Doing?
Yep. So Jared's been here the last few weeks helping us with doing some videos and everything. So I think you guys should you know be expecting some footage here. It's going to take a while. He's going to help me with the editing and everything and try to correct a lot of my mistakes that I make. But we're going to be doing a lot more fish videos. So he's here trying to figure out how I do the live feed. So I told him I just kind of wing it every Friday. So uh, we've been very busy this week. Let me make sure I got the Wi-Fi turned off. So no, I didn't have it. And show you guys what we've been working on. So, oh, geez. All right, here. All right, here we go. So we did a lot of concrete work this week. We had to work on our drains in the warehouse this week. So my gimbal's acting a little crazy, but you can see we cut these drains out. Before they were like 3.5 inches wide. Now the drains are 7 inches wide, and we were having problems with the water flow coming out of the tank. So like when we were doing a lot of water changes, the floor area was flooding, which is not a problem in the center, but I didn't want water getting around the edges of the building. So we actually rented a bunch of heavy equipment for cutting up concrete, and the last 3 days we've been for cutting up concrete, and the last 3 days we've been chiseling out concrete and working on making these new drains. You can see one of the old drains right here, and you can see, this is a 3.5 inch drain, and it just wasn't able to keep up with the flow of water. So we've been doing a lot of hard work this week. It was very, very difficult to do. In fact, I'm glad that I don't cut concrete up for a living. So I'd rather go back to just breeding fish and selling fish. So, uh, but I wanted to come on live today because we do have an announcement for our Facebook group. Um, we're doing a giveaway. So if you are in our Facebook group, and it's called Imperial Tropicals Fish Keepers, we are going to be doing a giveaway because we reached 5,000 people in the group, and we want to do something special for them. So we're going to be giving away lots and lots of prizes. So we're going to be announcing it on the Facebook group. So if you're not already a member of our Facebook group, you could join it. It's called Imperial Tropicals Fish Keepers, and it'll ask you a few basic questions to make sure that you're a real person. So join the group. The group has been just phenomenal for letting people know about our fish, and it's a place that customers could go and post pictures of their fish that they get from Imperial, or if they have questions about setting up a tank. It's just been phenomenal. Like, back before the Facebook group, we would spend a large portion of our week just answering email questions from people, and that was not a problem, but it's very, very time consuming. And I was like, you know what, if we started a Facebook group and had, there's so many great fish keepers out there that are customers of ours, that I'm sure they would be happy to help people out. And it's exceeded my expectations. So like, I thought it'd be a little bit of a benefit, but it's actually been huge because now there's 5,000 people on there that are either learning about how to properly keep fish, or they're helping others become better at it. So it's been great. I think it's really helped the hobby grow by having a place that people could go and learn about all the different fish out there. So thanks again for everybody that's in the group that helps out, and especially our admins. There's too many to name, and Ahmad is always making sure that the group, but not only Ahmad, but there's about 10 other people that are admins that, I'm just appreciative that they help keep everything straight. Every once in a while we'll get, some kind of crazy person in there, not too often, and the moderators will have to, you know, either let them know what's up or ask them to, you know, tone it down. But that doesn't happen very much because we like the group to be very laid back. We don't want people criticizing each other, and it's just been a real friendly atmosphere, and that's the way we like it. So I see a couple comments on there. I'm just going to be randomly showing you guys some fish, and then I'm going to be, answering some of the comments too, that are coming in. So Freshwater Sea said they just got their third order and seriously can't say enough good things about y'all. Well, I appreciate that. That's, that kind of feedback is what really kind of motivates us to, keep even working harder and harder, to do the best, because we love, hearing about, how good our fish are doing and how much you're enjoying the fish. That means that we're doing a good job. So Freshwater Sea said Drayden is amazing. Drayden is on top of it. I mean, he is, so when you do place an order, Drayden is the one that is going to coordinate when your order is shipping, and he's going to, be involved in the entire process until it gets shipped out. So he's done a great job, and there's a lot of other, people involved whenever you do place an order, but he is pretty much the person you'll be communicating with by email, if you have questions about your order or anything else. And can't say enough good things about, his customer service. So Average Revolution said he got 1-inch star sapphires coming. Hope I get lucky and could grow up a male. Well, if you got at least 3 of them, I would say your odds of getting a male are really good. But they are definitely unsexed at the size that we have them. So let's hope you get a male, because the males are just stunning when they get shipped out. Peter Dice, just want to say hello. What's up, Peter? CJV, what's up? Chris Biggs, the Mad Aquarius. Biggs is a dear friend of mine up in Canada. Look forward to the next time we get to see each other. So Biggs is on. He's also got a YouTube channel too, if you guys want to check it out. Just type in Chris Biggs, and he's got a lot of good, knowledgeable videos, not just about fish too. He also does a lot of videos about birds. He don't like birds, but he does a lot of videos about them. But no, it's just a lot of great information. So Biggs is on, our Canadian friend. I'm gonna try to get some of these questions. Allison says that's awesome. I love our Facebook group. Nice. Vivek says he recently ordered some Vihas and they're doing great. Nice. I'm hoping to get more and more centrals in as we go forward. Like this is a new central right here, and they don't have much color yet, but this is a Therichthys maculatus, which is a, it'll have like red and blue on it. Just so you know, that's a similar family as the firemouth, but this is a different location. So Rusty Wessel introduced a lot of new fish from Central America, and this is one of them. So Alejandro Hernandez says he's joining the group now. Nice. Well, we're going to be posting more about the giveaway on the group. We're still trying to work out the logistics on how we're going to pick the winner. So I'm hoping sometime later today I'll have an answer for that, and I'll post up. But we're going to be giving away a bunch of promo codes to the website. I don't want to, let all the announcement out yet, but it's going to be a good giveaway. So, and I hope that we're able to do more of them in the future. So, Ahmad's on. Hello, Ahmad. Lynn. Josh Cunningham's on. Biggs. I see another comment about Biggs. Yeah, yesterday was my wife's birthday, so he said today's video will be presenting Holly with a birthday cake and singing her happy birthday. We already did that, but she would probably like hearing it again. So we got some pea puffers up here. Those guys are doing really well. I really like the puffer fish. They've been real popular. They're really cool fish in the aquarium. You got some electric blue Jack Dempseys, and I have a love-hate relationship with these fish because they are just really beautiful, but they are genetically weak. So, you know, just do your research before you buy any electric blue Jack Dempseys. There is a lot of people that have great success keeping them, but they are, you know, it's a man-made variety, and you know, the genetics I'm hoping are getting better as, you know, more breeding happens with them, but right now they're looking really nice. So that's the electric blue Jack Dempseys. We got some Tetras here. This is the bleeding blue Tetras. Those came in from Colombia, and really nice, peaceful Tetra. I think they look just wonderful. They got really nice markings on them. So if you're looking for a nice community fish, those guys would be a good choice right there. We got some Apistos in. This is the McMasteri, and you can see a couple of those males already showing some good color. I know everybody always likes Apistos, and we just brought in a bunch of different types. We got wild types from Peru, and we also got a lot of tank raised ones that are new species to us. The Inca stone cichlids, those came in from the Peru order. Those guys are really nice. I don't really know much about this fish. It's the first time we've ever you know, had these fish at our place, but I just have a thing for wild types, and you know, I think these guys are special. Alright, I'm gonna answer some more questions. I'm gonna come over here to the Rainbow Row. If you guys have a request on something that you want to see, you know, just give me a shout. I'm gonna have to come down here and turn the lights on to this row. Oh, I'm gonna have to show you the angels too that we just got in. We got some new koi angels that are looking really nice. Let me turn these lights on. The camera's going wonky. Well, we start with Oscars. Everybody likes Oscars. These are some red velvet Oscars. A little bit different strain of Oscar than what I'm used to. We've had the red tigers and the red Oscars, but I think these guys are going to be really unique. I really like all the black on their tail. You normally don't see that. And we got some albino Oscars. We got some electric blue Acaras. Those are always a favorite. Real nice, peaceful fish that doesn't get too big. We got some firemouth, some Mickeys. You can see a nice red on those guys already. Got some smaller Bosemani. You can start seeing some of the males in there coloring up nicely. Those guys are small. They're like 2 inches. We got some Spilums, nice Central Americans there. Here's the angels that I walked by earlier that I wanted to show you guys, but these are some really high-grade koi angels that I can't wait to see what they look like when they get bigger. It looks like it's going to have lots of nice red on them. So, I mean, the whole body is pretty much, you know, red, which is what you want when you want a real colorful koi angel. So, excited about getting those guys in. And if you guys have any questions about any of the fish that I'm showing you, you can find them on our website, imperialtropicals.com. And if for some reason, you know, you don't see them on the website, you know, feel free to shoot us an email, because some of these fish just came in, so they might not be on the website yet. So, you know, just be on the lookout on stuff that's out of stock on the website. We do have a link there that you could get an email notification when they do come back in stock, and I highly recommend using that, because on some of these fish, like whenever we do put them back in stock, they don't last but like a day or two, and then they're sold back out. So some fish are harder to breed or harder to come by, and when we do put them up, they usually go pretty fast. So that email notification when they're back in stock is, been a good tool for people to make sure, the fish that they want, they're able to get when it does come back in stock. Those platinums are looking really nice. All right, we're going to jump back over here to the rainbow side. Try to answer some of these comments. Hector says, finally, I'm not at work and able to get on one of your lives. Nice. Thanks for being on, Hector. Ray's on. What's up, Ray? Alright, so... Alright, I think Freshwater Sea said they just placed another order for some red pencil fish. Pretty stoked. Nice. That means you already got them, so you already know how nice they are. I was really excited that we were able to get the red coral pencil fish. In fact, when I leave this rainbow section, I'll go over there and show you guys what they look like. Hector's saying, are you using the ponds, or are you moving everything in the tanks? No, we are still using the ponds. Ponds are very important to us as far as, growing up, fish, to a adult size or a bigger size. The ponds are really nice because it gives them a natural environment that is almost like the wild, as far as, you get a lot of the live foods that from the mosquito larva and the other natural food source that's created from being outdoors. So we still use the ponds just like we did before. The only difference is that we have a nice area to show you guys our fish. And then also for packing orders, like you can see all the boxes and everything, over here on the right, everything's under one roof that we have for sale. So when we go to gather up orders, it's just a lot easier for us to process the orders, and then it's a lot better for us to be able to keep an eye on the fish before we ship them out. So now, we're able to watch the fish closely in a lighted tank, and if for some reason we see, that a fish is not, eating properly or acting proper, then, we can make sure that those fish do not get sent out to a customer. And so our quality control improved a lot by having them in these aquariums. That was the big advantage. My camera's kind of acting a little wonky. I have to show you these guys too. These are some Cuban Cichlids. These are the Monda Jewels. Let's see if I get my camera from getting all crazy. But you can see the red ones in there are really starting to get some nice breeding colorations. Oh, we also got some Peacock Bass in last week. This is the golden Peacock Bass, the Caberry, and they're just small, but I like Peacock Bass. They might not have much color at a small size, but if you got a big enough tank to grow them up, it makes a really nice aquarium fish. But you need a big tank. We did get some big green terrors in. Wow, these guys are nice. You can see the nice markings already coming out on them. I think those guys just came in yesterday, but they're looking really nice. We got some this looks like the Cuban Cichlids. I don't see the name on the tank, but that's the Cubans. And that's another really nice fish. Very, very aggressive fish though. I do know that. Those guys can be very, very aggressive. Let's go to the red coral pencils over here. You see some of them in here. And there's not a lot of the red coral pencils there left. I mean, there's probably about 15. And there's also another tetra in there, the 4-spotted splash tetra. But you can see the red corals with the red streak down their bodies. Those guys are really, really nice fish. I really like the red corals. That's a pretty rare fish. Not too many people have figured out how to breed them. So that fish is not available, you know, tank raised. But the fact that we're able to bring some in for people to keep and learn about, I think is pretty awesome. All right, I'm gonna read some more of these comments. Von Luker said he got some pencil fish also. Says are really active and healthy. Imperial tropical rocks. Nice, thank you, Vaughn. Cunning is as big as the closet bird man. I know. Don Goodman's wanting Biggs to sing happy birthday to him tomorrow. Joe ST says he got 4 bristlenose plecos and they are great. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Slim's asking what kind of cichlids we have available. I mean, pretty much, I don't want to say all types, but like you could look at, you know, our website. We got all types of, you know, if you're into African cichlids, we got lots of Malawis, Tanganyikans, Lake Victorians. We have some West African cichlids available. We have South American. We have Central American. So all types, but you could check our website out. I mean, all the fish that you're seeing are ones that we sell. So the website's got pretty much everything that is available. And some of these fish, like I said, just came in this week, so they might not be on the website yet. But you know, if you see something on here that you're like, hey, what was that fish? You can always, you know, watch the video back and tell us at what, you know, point of the video that you saw a fish that you liked, and you know, either myself or somebody else could go on there and answer, you know, which fish it was, because I know I kind of go through this kind of fast and I'm not keeping up with the comments, you know, very well. So in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get caught up on the comments. These are some flavescent peacocks, Alanacars. And there's also some rostratus in there with them. Like you can see a couple of those males on the flavescents that are already really colored up. Uh, 6-inch red empress and the German strain Z-Rock. So I think they just did a water change on those tanks, and I don't think the water clarity is that good because our incoming water is coming out of a pond, and we had a little bit of a bloom in the pond that has kind of, you know, caused the water to look a little bit murky. The fish don't mind it, but it really clouds up the tank, like you can see on this guy right here. And so I know they just did a water change today. In fact, they're currently doing them on all these tanks on the left, so it might be a little bit hard to see them. So that's one reason, you know, I might not be able to find the red empress for you, but let's go over here and see what they look like. I know they're down here on the right. Oh, the German Z-Rocks are up here. So you were asking about the German Z-Rocks. And guys, my gimbal's acting wonky, so I don't know if I changed the setting on it or what, but let's see. You can see a nice male right there. Let's see if you'll come up close to the tank. So the German bred Z-Rocks are going to have a lot more yellow, like the whole top half of their body is yellow. So that's the German strain of the Z-Rocks. And let's see. Yeah, these tanks are going to be too cloudy for us to really show them off very well. So remind me next Friday. I'll make sure that we don't do water changes. I'm hoping to get that water clarity cleared up so it's a lot more clear. So I should be able to show them to you next week. So Hector's asking if I plan a trip down to you guys, is it possible to hand pick some fish to buy? Well, not yet. So with the COVID, we're not doing appointments yet, because we, work, right here. All the employees work in here, so it's, I don't want to risk getting somebody sick, by having customers come in yet. But I will say that we're getting closer, so, but not yet. So I wouldn't plan a trip yet to come visit us. We do allow local pickup, so you can order from us and schedule a pickup to come by and pick the fish up. But I know that doesn't do, people good that are out of state that are wanting to come visit. Uh, Hopefully it will not be much longer, and we'll start having, you know, customers being able to come in and pick out fish. Because when I built this building, that was my, vision on part of it, was that, and it'd be so nice that, customers could come in, set appointments, come in and actually pick out fish that they want. So we're not quite there yet because of COVID, but hopefully, here in the near future, if things, continue to get better, then we'll start having, customers come in where they can pick out fish. We got some nice birchers here. Those guys are really cool looking. Alright, so I'm going to try to get some more of these comments. I'm just going to post up the camera in front of one of these tanks and then read some more comments. Some nice big severums right here. 84 MOS is asking, do you guys ever breed Pseudomagul Ivan Sophi? I am not familiar with that Pseudomagul. I know there's a lot of new types, so we do not currently breed it, but we are adding a lot of new types of rainbows. So I think on the last order, we have a friend in Indonesia that goes over to West Papua and collects new rainbow species for the hobby, and we just brought in, a lot of new rainbow fish from him. So so if I don't have them now, there's a chance that we will have them in the future. And if you are kind enough to send us an email, then we'll look up that fish and we will try to bring some in, because we're really expanding on our rainbow species types, and that one we do not currently have. Slim's asking if we're doing bundle deals on 3 to 4 inch male peacocks. Yeah, as far as we do offer like a 3-pack and bigger, if that's the deal you're talking about, yes, we do offer, assorted male packs at a much reduced price. So all that should be on the website. We have lots of 3 to 4 inch peacocks. Nicholas is asking if any idea when we'll get red shoulder severums and Uarus. The red shoulder severums, we should have them back in. I have a friend of mine that breeds them locally, and he's actually just been sold out of them. So I'm hoping that he will be back in stock pretty soon on the red shoulder severums. The Uaru, we actually brought some in about a week ago, and we have them over in another building because the last time we brought them in, they didn't do very well. In fact, we weren't able to sell them. They did so bad. So this time we kept them in a different building. We actually took them to the breeding room. So as long as they go through the quarantine process and they're healthy, then we're going to start posting up the Uarus. Now that is not the Uaru Fernandez. That's the normal type Uaru. I think some people call it like the poor man's discus, but the Uaru are one of my favorite fish because they're beautiful and they're not overly aggressive, so it makes a good tank mate, Hector's asking, when someone orders a male peacock, do you pick out the most colorful ones first, or do you just get which one everyone can catch? So if you ordered a 3 to 4 inch male and we go netting in the tank, to count it for a customer, we are going to count the dominant males out first. Now that doesn't mean that they're always going to be dominant, and a lot of times I might pull the fish out and he might be just popping with color, and then by the time we bag the fish up, and package it and ship it to you, the fish is not going to have the same color as it had before we pulled it out of our tank. But yes, we do like pulling out the colorful males first, because what I found out is when you pull out, the dominant males, the subdominants will take their place and then they'll be just as colorful. So that is typically how we do it, is we pull out, if you ordered a male 3 to 4 inch male peacock, we're going to pull out the most colorful one for you. This is a nice one. This is a blue gynocar, which is a really nice cichlid that comes, from South America. One of my favorites, a real peaceful one. It reminds me of, like some of the dwarf cichlids, like the Bolivian ram. They got that kind of personality, and they're really colorful. So really nice fish. And that's the blue gynocar. So, oh, I must be way behind. I see Lynn's comment about the angels. Yeah, those angels are really nice, Lynn. I'm super excited about having the high grade koi and also the other ones. Plecos, Don Gooman's asking for plecos. I know we do have them, Don. We brought some in, and the problem is that they hide. So it's hard for me to show them off, but I will see if I could find some. This tank doesn't have lights on it, but this is the red lizard cats, the L10As. They're kind of small right now, but you can already see some nice red on them. The plecos are Don, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find them for you. I know they have some. Hey, Traden, what plecos do we have in right now? Wild types, or even tank raised if it's.
We got the Stardust. There's a picture online.
Yeah, 262s.
We got these guys here, the L97 cactus. Collect those. Those are real nice and they get big.
And like I said, these guys like to hide, but these guys are actually out on a piece of driftwood. And these are big. These are actually adult size right here. So this is the Hypencistrius 262, L262, and these are the ones with the fine spots on them. So kind of like the L270s and 333s. I'm sure Don is very familiar with 262s. They're real nice Hypencistrius. All right, here we got the L97s. That's the downside about these types, is they like to hide, especially around the driftwood. Let's see. If you push it down below the water column,
I'm gonna grab one.
Oh, you got one? All right, here he pulled one out of the tank. Really nice black fish with big white spots on them. Really cool. And I know we're expecting more in, right? We're hoping to get in green phantoms, a few bigger ones, and then blue phantoms.
Maybe. Hopefully. These guys are pretty cool, the red tail.
I don't know how well you'll be able to see these guys. Yeah, they're kind of hiding back there on that driftwood. But that's the L178.
It's called the small spot red-eye pleco on the website.
Okay. So we got a few types in, Don, but like I said, we're expecting an order in from Colombia. I'm hoping next week, and we're going to have a lot of new L numbers.
Show them the orange autos?
No.
They're about halfway down on the top.
And we do have these orange auto cichlids that I was really happy with the way they came in. So people that like auto cichlids, they might want to try the orange autos. I thought it was this tank, but those look like Apistos, no. These are all Apistos in here. And then, like I said, we did water changes on the other side, so it's kind of cloudy. I'm gonna blaze through these comments real quick, and then I'm gonna tell everybody bye. So Tom from Malibu, I always get jealous every time Tom from Malibu's on, because I really like Malibu. The one time I visited it, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. The mini Dovi is the most aggressive, Average Revolution said. I agree though. Steve G's asking about if we ever breed rainbow shiners. We have before in the past, and I would like to get back to breeding them. It's a little bit more difficult for us to breed them here because they like that cooler water, and we really only experience, cooler temperatures in the wintertime. So, it pretty much breeding stops, once it gets hot for us with that fish. But I do think maybe we'll set some to the side and breed them again this winter, because if you've ever seen the rainbow shiners breed, I mean, it's unlike any other fish that I've ever seen breed. I mean, just the colors that come out are spectacular. Freshwater Sea says the Nanochroma splendens pair I received yesterday are pretty amazing. Not easy to find either. Appreciate Drayden letting me add them on my order before ship. Nice. Yeah, if you communicate with us and we have time, we will, try to get what you want on your order so you don't have to pay the shipping charge twice. So, and that fish is one that we're breeding here at Imperial. Mike Bernard is breeding that in his breeding room, and really just a spectacular fish, really peaceful. Marshall liked those Z-Rocks. DJ's asking what kind of Geophagus we have in. That's a good question. I know we have several types, but I think a lot of it just came in and will be added to the website next week. But if you go to our website, you'll look in the South American section, and they should have Geophagus types, and you can see all the different Geophagus types on it. But I know we're out of a lot, like the redhead top O's. I do think that we just got some the wine Millerai, we just got those back in last week. So if those aren't on the website today, they will be by next week. Michael's asking if we got any discus. No discus in. We have a cute few of them that we're keeping around here, but none of them for sale yet. We still we don't have a discus set up in this building. We really need to have RO water and a really soft water tank set up, and all the water in here is pretty much neutral. So if I ever get where we can have a reservoir for doing water changes for the discus, I definitely want to get more discus in. Ahmad was asking to begin the video who that was. That's a friend of mine, Jared, that I grew up with. He does a lot of film and commercials for video. He's like a one-man show with all his equipment, so he's here with me now. He wanted to kind of see how we do the live feed. Jay Aquatics is asking, will the electrical cars be ready soon? I hope so. They're in quarantine. They're looking really nice. So if you want to email us, Drayden could probably answer that. I would assume that they're going to be either today or by Monday on the website, because they're still in quarantine, but they're looking really good. Hector's asking if I just set up a 180 tank and I want to stock with all your African cichlids, how many can I order at a time? You can order as many as you need at a time. So, I mean, we do wholesale orders. I mean, if somebody wanted 100 male peacocks, then, we have a box size that would fit that. But obviously you're not wanting 100 of them. But in a 180, you can fit a lot. What I recommend on a new tank is maybe ordering like groups of 10. You can even do like groups of 20, 2 10-packs or something. Because sometimes it'll overload a new tank if you go adding it fully stocked. So it's almost better to do it in stages. In fact, if you're not on our Facebook group, which I was talking about earlier, join that group. Those guys have really got it dialed in on, how many to add at a time, so, but I definitely wouldn't, order max amount for the first, order and go put 40 male peacocks in a new tank, because just the whole cycling process, it needs to grow more healthy, beneficial bacteria than, so join the Facebook group. They'll help you out. Keith saying loves the Sultan I got from you. Nice. So I would imagine the Sultan Plico, well, they're not as bad of hiding, but they'll usually come out and feed, but a very nice Plico there. All right. Marshall's saying got one of the Red Empress and Z-Rocks. This is his second order in a week. Nice. I appreciate that, Marshall. And Semper Fi, man. I appreciate that. I always love my Marine Corps, brotherhood. So Ray is asking about the Gold Gar. So that's interesting because we actually set the Gold Gar up 2 days ago to breed. We are not seeing any spawning activity as of this morning, but we're going to breed the Gold Gar again. So if we don't have success with this one, then in a few weeks I have another female ready. We're going to set the other female up and hopefully get her to breed with him. But we had success last year breeding the Gold Gar, and we grew up a lot of those babies, and they're not gold, they're standard looking, but the important part is that we captured the gold gene. So now we just raise those babies up until they're mature, and a little bit of interbreeding going on with the family tree, and we'll be having Gold Gar, I hope, in the very near future. So but it's just a long process. So my wife is actually on. Happy birthday, Holly. So I know yesterday was her birthday, but I told her, look, we're going to celebrate it for the next 4 or 5 days. So we want it to be a special time for her. So thanks everyone for joining, and I will promise have an announcement to make about the giveaway this afternoon. So if you're not on the Facebook group, make sure you join, and we're going to be giving away a lot of promo codes, and we're going to announce the winners next Friday. So we have all week and all weekend for people to be able to participate in the giveaway, and we're going to be giving away a lot of promo codes to the website. If I have time, I might even do some fish giveaways like I've done before in the past. But it's been incredibly busy around here with all the work that we're doing in the warehouse. So just bear with us, and we appreciate all the support. I hope everybody has a good weekend. Stay safe, and we'll be back next Friday. Thank you.